Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about Love Island UK Season 11, Episode 27.
I am still waiting to hear from that one specific commenter. I haven't seen you in the pits.
I saw you were saving a seat for her.
I'm saving the seat. And guess what? The seat's still open.
Okay.
I'm still waiting for my family.
I'm going to let y'all have that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Because don't make me come find you, okay? You know what I'm saying? Subscribe, like, share, comment, all the above. I'm enjoying everybody, not just that one commenter. Everybody who comments, we really do appreciate. We really do appreciate the views, the likes, the subscriptions, all the above.
Yeah, the discussions, the perspectives, everything. It's been a hoot, this Love Island train that we're on. It's really cool.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
So Kieran is trying to find out who was kissing last night.
Ooh.
Nobody wants to answer. Mimii wants to know if Ayo kissed the girl Jess in the game because it was just something that was quick or because he actually likes the girl.
Yes. Okay.
Will said that it was the greatest kiss that he's had in a while, kissing Lucy, and he's not in a relationship.
Now stop right here. Usually when someone is closed off, as Uma was, right? Basically taking their time with the whole, I don't kiss everybody and things of that nature. It kind of leads me to believe that Uma's a bad kisser.
Okay.
Right? The fact that Will said this is one of the great kiss or one of the best kiss I had in a while, I'm like, did you kind of see that as some type of shade to Uma in some type of way?
I didn't think about it like that in the moment, but the fact that you're saying that now, it does kind of feel like shade towards Uma.
Yeah, because,
and it does point to her inexperience.
Yeah, because I'm like, ever since they started kissing, they've been kissing. Yeah. And now he's like, well, this is one of the best kisses I had in a while. And I was just thinking, wow, you've been kissing Uma a lot. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Well, Jess said that the kiss with Hugo was passionate, and he is definitely her type. Okay. Ellie and Trey have a quick chat, and he is enjoying his time with her, and he's not thinking about anybody else. Wow. Or anything else. Both of those. Yeah. And they kiss.
Okay, Trey, just to let you know, you're coupled up with Jess.
Yeah. But I think he's doing the right thing.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Blade and Grace are talking. He asked if she's wearing sunscreen. She is. But he asked if she can rub him down with some. So she rubs him down, and he tells her that she'd probably be good at giving massages.
I thought he was trying to get on the island. So I would think that he would be more in the servant role than asking her to rub him down.
Well, maybe he wants her to feel him up a little bit and feel these muscles and, see all this type of stuff. Maybe that's what he's trying to get at.
And that's the thing that sucks, right? The thing that sucks is that, yes, you got all those muscles. Yes, you got that deep voice. Yes, your beard even connects. But then a guy like me comes and take your woman. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have the abs. I think I have an ab somewhere on me, right? But it's just... I think he's leaning too much into that
his looks,
into the looks and the whole persona of I'm a man. You know what I'm saying?
Because I'll even go on to say, when he pulls Grace for chats, and honestly, it's this way with a lot of people, but really with him, he pulls her away just to tell her the same thing he's been telling her. So I'm just like, Blade, you got to come a little bit harder. Yeah. I think Mosiah and her chats are actually better. So Hugo and Jess chat. She is liking his strong eye contact, but it's making her a little bit nervous. She definitely does like Hugo more than Trey, though, and they end up kissing.
Okay, nice.
Grace and Mosiah are talking. He tells her that he is into her. Grace says that her top guys are Mosiah and Blade. Okay. She feels that she and Mosiah do have a lot in common, though, and he's happy to hear that.
Okay, nice.
Grace assures him that he's not out of the equation just because she kissed Blade in the game, and it was only really because he was beside her, and it was the quickest option. Okay. Diamanté and Sean are talking. Sean says that he is still open to talking to all the Casa girls.
All of them. He's drawn
to some special ones, and she's wondering who that is. And he says Diamanté checks his boxes.
Okay, guy.
He says that he might have made the wrong decision as far as not having her in his bed. So maybe they could do a swap tonight. She is seeing some potential with Sean. She doesn't want to pursue something if he's not really interested, though. Sean says things move crazy in here. You just kind of never know what will happen. So he's going to make the most of it. He has spent only about a week with Matilda as well.
Okay. I think Sean is what I described him to be last episode, I believe it was, when I called him a child, to where if you put a toy in front of him, he will play with that toy. Then if you put a new toy in front of him, he will no longer play with that old toy again. He will continue to play with new toys. And there's a certain immaturity with Sean that I sense. You get what I'm saying? Especially when someone, we are 27, I think you said 27 episodes in with Love Island UK.
Yeah.
When someone is getting late on the game, they feel like they have to play catch up. And because Sean didn't really have no connection early on for a majority of the season, I think he's using this time in Casa to really like test every flavor.
I think you're absolutely right. Yeah. And honestly, I think Sean is going to go back to Matilda. I don't think he's taking any of these girls seriously.
Yeah.
I think that he's just going to have a good time, go balls to the wall, and then go back to what's home for him.
Yeah. Facts.
Will and Lucy talk, and Will can feel that there's something between them.
Yeah.
He feels like they get along a lot quicker than he did with Uma, and pretty much because Uma's more reserved. But Lucy says that if I like you, I'm going to show you. He says that he's not in a position to close things off, and they agree to share beds again tonight. My only commentary about that is... with this Love Island stuff, it does not pay to be a slow burner.
No.
It does not pay. We do not have the time for people to be hesitant and scared to kiss or be into somebody. And I agree with Lucy. If you're into somebody, let it be known. Show it. In the real world, okay, maybe things are a little bit different. You got a little bit more time to work with.
You're right.
We got about 6 weeks. So what are we really doing here? So honestly... And not to say that it's going to change Will's decision on whether he's with Uma or Lucy, but lay your cards on the table and let what will happen happen. Don't let the person go or not fully show everything that you are about because you want to be reserved. At least it's what I'm thinking.
You're right. I don't know if it was this conversation or was it a conversation later to where he basically was like, I don't have the time to basically be a slow burner.
This was this conversation.
Oh, this is right here? Yeah, and in a way, I feel like this conversation was basically one big diss to Uma.
Yeah.
Basically, like, look, I came in as a bombshell, and Uma was basically the only really free girl available to really talk to. Even with me talking to Uma, it was a slow process.
Yeah.
And I'm not here to waste time. It's kind of like he's happy. I think he's happy with how... he's feeling something between this new girl, Lucy.
Yeah.
Because he's like, at this point, when I was with Uma, it took us 4 weeks. It took us 10 months to get to this point. You know what I'm saying? To where we wasn't even kissing. You get what I'm saying? So I think he was basically talking about like, Uma, there's something missing that, that I feel like he didn't really like that slow burn that Uma had. Right.
So Ruby, Diamanté, and Ellie are talking. Ruby is talking about how she likes Sean, and Diamanté tells Ruby about the conversation she had with Sean and how Sean said that he would like her in his bed tonight. Ruby said, it's fine if he wants to get to know you, but she just doesn't want him to mug her off.
Okay.
And I'm like, Ruby, you're getting a little big for your britches now.
Yeah, just a little bit.
You are a Casa girl, and you are not his Matilda.
No.
So you're already in some type of a triangle just by being here.
Literally.
So for Diamanté to put her hat in the ring and say that she wants to get a go at it, I mean, it's even playing field between both of y'all.
Facts.
Like, you have no hierarchy in this situation.
Not at all.
Just roll with it.
Yeah, pretty much. I have none of that.
Yeah. Ayo and Jess are talking, and Jess wishes that she was here from the beginning. He jokes that if she was here, like, he would have been had a girlfriend.
Stop right here. Stop. Ayo, bruv, what you doing, man? What is your game? Because truth be told, I don't even know what... Actually, I do know what Ayo game is. Whatever the girl says, he's basically going to reaffirm it in his own way.
Yeah.
She said, I wish I was here, basically, from the beginning. And he's basically like, well, if you was, you be my girlfriend. How do you think Mimi's supposed to feel about that?
He's not even thinking about her.
And
out of sight, out of mind.
And that's what I don't even understand, because I'm like, how can you be so... And the thing about it is, I feel like he's lying to her, too.
Yeah. I agree. I don't know where Ayo stands.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, will the real Ayo please show himself? Can we know how you really feel about anybody?
Honestly, I feel like Ayo is honest in every moment. I think, honestly, he's into Jess, and then when Mimii comes back around, then he's going to be confused.
Actually, actually, let me change my stance just slightly because Ayo's dangerous. Because Ayo is the guy that you think is dumb, but he's going to tell you what he thinks you want to hear.
Okay.
So in any situation, he can conform to anything. In this moment, he is basically like, oh yeah, you be my girlfriend. Trust me, you be in the same position as we go see Uma and Mimii talking to each other, talking about like, yeah, we are sisters and girl power and things of that nature. Where really, like, we don't know who Ayo is or what he really cares about or even his intentions.
Yeah.
You know?
So it's nighttime. Everybody's getting ready for the nighttime party. Mimii and Uma are falling for their guys back at the villa.
Hold on. How are they falling for their guys when they at Casa?
Because the distance is making the heart grow fonder.
Oh, okay. Word.
Yeah, Uma says that being in Casa, she is feeling how strong their connection is, and she really just needs Will right now. Diamanté and Ruby have the same plan tonight, and the plan is Sean.
Oh, okay.
Mosiah and Grace end up talking, and he tells her that he's putting all of his eggs in her basket. He would definitely talk to her on the outside, and she asks him, well, what's something you would say? And who comes over to interrupt the conversation? Blade.
Exactly.
So he pulls Grace for a chat. And he is telling Grace, I hope you know where I stand. She does.
Okay.
She's open. She's getting to know both of them. Blade says that he can't tell what she's thinking with her really good poker face. And I'm like, Blade, you're not adding any more like chips to the situation here. You're not putting anything in additionally to sway Grace. You're just over here saying, you remember I like you, right? And Grace is like, I know.
and the fact, how did you feel about how he just pulled her away?
It was grimy. They were definitely mid conversation, and Mosiah has given them space to talk. I understand that sometimes people's conversations can go for a long period of time, so you might want to jump in, but I didn't feel like they were talking long enough for Blade to come and steal her.
Yeah, dude, like, you think Grace should have stayed, or Grace should have just basically went along with what was going on?
Honestly, I feel like she should have stayed, but I think in Love Island, you really don't want to turn down conversations because you don't want to burn any bridges with people or make, rub people the wrong way. So I think that she did eventually handle it right as far as like making sure Mosiah got his time and making sure Blade was feeling okay with the time that she was spending with Mosiah. So she was trying to be fair with her time.
Yeah, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's a man right there, right? But from a woman's perspective, if you was Grace Blair, and you was in mid conversation with a guy, and then another guy pulled you away, would you find that attractive, or would you like give the guy that pulled you away points, or would you feel sorry for the guy that you're talking to?
I guess it would depend on how I feel about both guys.
Oh, okay.
But if I was in her situation to where I was really 50-50 and I didn't really know which way I was going, I would have told Blade to give me a second. Okay. I'd be like, yeah, like we're gonna finish up and I'll come grab you.
Yeah, ladies, in the comments below, let us know what type of guy would you like. Like, dude, like you like a guy that's that assertive to where he'll pull you aside in the middle of a conversation.
I would have thought he was being rude.
Really? Yeah. Let us know what you think.
What about you if it was a lady?
For one, you ain't pulling no girl away from me. So
no. If you were in Grace's position,
no, I wouldn't be in Grace's position. I'm not gonna pretend if I was a girl. I'm saying if I'm a guy from the guy position,
okay,
I'm not letting nobody pull a girl who I'm talking to away from me.
Okay,
and things like that. So if I was Mosiah, is what his name? Blade's not pulling her away from me. I'm not waiting to have that conversation that he's gonna have later on and things like that.
So you would have answered for Grace and said no?
Like I just would have stood up and be like, I'm in the middle of a conversation. You pull her after.
Yeah.
Like right then in that moment, because I think, Blade doesn't look good pulling her, but Mosiah doesn't look good letting him pull her. So it's kind of like side by side and things like that. So I think he could have earned points, Mosiah, by basically being like, excuse me, we gonna finish having this conversation, then you can have it after. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So the guy's back at the villa. Joey says tonight is the chance to move mad.
Okay.
Joey is in his producer bag.
Okay.
He's gonna be chilling out and doing whatever he's doing, but y'all need to be moving mad. Sean thinks that a kiss is a big thing here, and he doesn't want to overthink things. Will says that he's pretty much going to make his decision on recoupling day. He's just going to feel everything out and then think about it later.
I think he's leaning towards Uma.
I think so too. Trey said it's best just to deal with the consequences after and enjoy your time now.
Facts.
Diamanté and Sean have another talk. He is going to enjoy his experience, and he says right now Diamanté is his priority. And I thought to myself, or I said out loud, right here, right now, in this second, until somebody comes and sit where Diamanté's sitting, then they will be the priority. Pretty much. So I think Diamanté, she took it like, oh wow, like it meant a lot, but I'm just like, it's just because you're in his face. That's all. Ruby ends up going over there and pulling Sean to interrupt their conversation, but really, I didn't feel like she interrupted much of anything. Like, they were just kind of chilling, talking, but it wasn't like they were having a deep conversation.
It wasn't like Blade and like...
Where it was like mid-sentence.
Yeah.
So Ruby and Sean end up talking, and she tells him that she is getting to know him. Enjoying getting to know him. She doesn't want to be in a triangle, though. He tells her that he won't leave her in the dark, and he says that, maybe I was missing out on you. And I'm like, Ruby, you're already in a triangle.
Pretty much.
When you walked in, you were in a triangle. So back at Casa, the girls are talking. Grace was feeling Blade, but now she is feeling Mosiah. She is a bit confused about where she stands. Jesse brings up, why not kiss Mosiah since you had the chance to kiss Blade? And Grace is like, yeah, that's a good idea. So while they're talking, Mosiah and Blade are having a conversation on the side. And Mosiah tells Blade, I was having a conversation with her, and out of respect, you shouldn't have interrupted us and took time away from us. And he asked him, like, do you think that was right of you to do? And Blade said, if I would be waiting around for you, y'all would have been talking for 2 to 3 hours. And Mosiah was like, I wasn't around you guys all day during y'all's conversations. The conversation was getting a little bit heated, so I thought it was good that Grace ended up pulling Mosiah.
I was mad at Grace right now, because I was like, come on, Grace, wait just 5 more minutes.
Yeah. So she feels that every time they chat, it gets interrupted, and she wanted to make the effort to pull him so he would know that it's not just him that's interested.
Okay.
She asked, was Blade going to apologize for the situation earlier? And Mosiah was not getting the apologetic feel from Blade. Well, Grace wants to give them equal time, and she tells him she thinks a kiss might help her with deciding things. So he pulls her to the bedroom, and they end up kissing.
Yeah.
When Grace comes back, she tells the girls the kiss was a 10 out of 10, and it was way better with Mosiah.
Yeah, the thing about Mosiah is I feel like he brought her to the bedroom to still talk. Yeah. Like the minute y'all stepped in that bedroom, you should have put her on the bed and started kissing her. Like, that's all I'm saying. And eventually they just started kissing. I don't know if she wants Mosiah or like basically I think his name is Mosiah. But I think she don't want Blade. Yeah. I think that's what I see. I'm not sure if she wants him. He comes off as a little too mature. You get what I'm saying? He seems a little bit more fun, a little bit more loose, not so wound up. Talk about Mosiah.
I would agree.
So anybody but Joey. You get what I'm saying? Joey gonna be mad at whoever you bring back.
So Connor and Emma are talking. They're both feeling each other. She knew Joey before she got in here, but she also knew she wanted to be open to other people. He asked if she wants to be in his bed tonight, and she was like, I heard you snore.
Wait a minute.
And he recommends earplugs, so they agree that they will sleep together tonight.
Listen here, easy fix. Plug your ears.
Will takes Lucy to the Hideaway.
Yeah.
He's happy that she's here, and he feels a connection between the both of them. And he asks her, well, what if I wanted to couple up with you? Eventually, she says that she would like it. She tends to talk in like circles and vagueness, like she doesn't really want to say that she's into a guy, but I'm just like, girl, with you being a Casa girl, like you kind of got to let your intentions know. You got about 3 days.
Yeah.
So you need to let your intentions be known. But they end up kissing.
Sometimes I think these people get into the villa and they think they on the show.
Yes.
So like she's thinking like, well, show me, and he's like, no, I'm on the show.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? Like you got to show me. You get what I'm saying?
So Jess and Ayo go to the terrace. He says that she makes him feel good. He is enjoying how things have started with them and how things are progressing. He does tell her that with Mimii, things are good, but there's a little bit of energy that he's just not getting from her. Jess does validate his feelings. He says that on the daybeds, it seemed like you wanted something, and she didn't know at first, and then he ended up showing her, which was a kiss.
Dude, you have a problem with Ayo kissing this girl?
I don't.
Why?
Because he isn't closed off.
But some would say they're not closed off because of him. Like, we seen the scene with Uma and Mimii when they was talking, to where she's like, yes, I know we're not closed off, but that doesn't mean I don't want to be a girlfriend. Like, I want to be a girlfriend. My actions have shown that I want to be a girlfriend and things like that.
Well, then that's something that Mimii needs to take up with Ayo. I mean, if Ayo has made it clear, I mean, because she brought up the closed off conversation, and all Ayo said was, if anything happens, I'll keep you in the loop. So it sounds like to me, they're not on the same page. And I don't think Mimii is all the way in reality when it comes to Ayo. I think that she wants what it could be, but Ayo's not there. Ayo's still enjoying getting to know people.
Here's what I'm not understanding. What is the energy that you are talking about is missing, Ayo? Because energy can mean anything.
It could mean anything.
So my whole thing is, I don't think energy is so specific to the point that she like, oh, she don't talk enough, or she don't talk about any. I think he's talking about something from Ayo's perspective that he's just saying. I think everything that Mimii has shown him is enough for him to make a solid decision if he wants to be closed off with her.
And honestly, I agree with what you're saying. And I think part of what Ayo's saying is regurgitating what some of the other guys' sentiments are.
Yeah.
Because the guys are saying, oh, we haven't seen this side of you. She brings something out of you. Isn't this girl a little bit more spicy?
Yeah.
So I don't even know if Ayo needs somebody like Jess. Like, he could be very well fully content with Mimii and her energy, but this is what he's been hearing buzzing in his ear this whole time.
Yeah, so I think right now he's just word vomiting right now.
Yeah.
He's just saying things that have no meaning. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, what is it that you are looking from Mimii?
Yeah.
That this girl, within 2 days, have shown you?
Yeah, because he's never said anything to Mimii that she was doing anything or missing anything.
During the first date, during on the boat thing, when they around on the villa all day that we don't get to see because the producers want Nicole and Kira. What is it then? Or you just saying it because you just like, it just sounds good. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So Joey, Will, and Kieran are talking. Joey is talking about how he hasn't found a girl like Jessie in a long time. Okay. He respected that she wanted to take her time, and so he's really into her, and no other girl like Haas is really turning his head like that. Honestly, I kind of feel like it's because Emma wasn't going to give him the time of day. I think Emma knew what type of time Joey was on, and she was just like, yeah, I ain't trying to get played to the left. Let me talk to somebody else.
Pretty much. Mind you, everybody see the show. Talk about the ones who come to Casa. Yep.
Yeah. Will doesn't know what he's going to decide. He's still thinking about Uma, and the guilt is starting to set in a little bit. He doesn't think that she is doing the same thing that he's doing.
He knows she's not doing the same thing. And dude, you know what's crazy about this?
What?
This is actually the double-edged sword that comes with being a slow burner on Love Island. Because you come there, you sign up for the Love Island experience, and you're like, I get to be open, I get to get in a relationship with multiple people, build some connections, kiss everybody, and things of that nature. Then you get connected with a slow burner. What happens is you get to know them deeper. You get to actually know how they feel deeper. It almost as if you're almost on a real date with this person. Yeah. So now Uma kind of robbed him of the Love Island experience and kind of showed him her real self. Yeah. So now he's like, I want to be on Love Island. I just want to explore my connections. But now I feel guilty because I know Uma's not doing what I'm doing. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Like it kind of takes away the fact that this is just not a Love Island experience. He's seeing the person now. Yeah. Because that's all Uma been showing to Will. Like, I'm a real person. I'm not just going to kiss you and things like that. You going to have to talk to me. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? He's like, but I wanted to be on Love Island. You get what I'm saying? So now even when he do kiss Lucy and he's like, oh, this is what I wanted. He's now like, but what I have is kind of, it's kind of dope.
Yeah, it's kind of realer. Like, it feels more real.
Exactly. That sucks. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because I ain't signed up for that.
So Diamanté and Sean are talking. Yeah. Diamanté is feeling excited. They share a kiss. Matilda and Hugo are having a conversation. And she tells him that she fancies him the most. He says that Matilda is his type to a T, and he would definitely approach her in a bar. Jess is talking to Nicole over to the side watching their conversation and is telling Nicole, Matilda can see how happy I am. Why would she try to get involved with somebody seeing as how close we are and that I'm actually happy? And Nicole is just like, what the F is going on?
Listen here, she just can't be, she has to beef with somebody. Yeah. That's what Jess has to do.
Mimii and Uma are talking, and Uma is saying that, her connection with Will is very strong. Yeah. Mimii says that we haven't had that closed off conversation just because we're not that type to have that conversation. I have a rebuttal for that.
Okay.
But she wants to be a girlfriend. But she's really into self-discipline. And if he kisses a girl who has been there for 2 days, like, she's not going to be into it.
Okay.
Uma says that Will has told her that he's into her a lot and really likes her, but he could be just doing his own thing over there. And then, like, why were you telling me all of these things?
Yeah.
Like, you didn't have to tell me that. Mimi's point is, if they've done us dirty, then that's fine. We're learning more about ourselves and what we deserve.
You first.
So my first thing is, Mimii, you did try to have that conversation about being closed off. He wasn't with it. He didn't want it. He didn't. If he wanted it, he would have said it. So I think that Mimii needs to, like, start listening to Ayo a little bit more and seeing where he really stands. Like, he is not 100% for you. And I get that she wants to be a girlfriend, but honestly, I don't think it's going to be with Ayo. I just don't think he's ready. And she wants self-discipline and all this type of stuff. I'm just saying, pay attention to the person in front of you. You saw what happened with Uma and how they were getting down. So I'm just like, pay attention, Mimii. Pick up the cues. Like, figure something else to do. Move differently, please.
Listen here, man. You hit the nail on the head perfectly, Blair. They in the corner somewhere. We don't even know where they at, right? And they over here giving each other pep talk.
Yeah.
You know, remember who we are. I'm Uma, you're Mimii. You're Mimii, I'm Uma. I'm like, okay, we got the names down. And my whole thing is, Mimii, you're wasting away. You're wasting away. And the reason why you're wasting away is because I had all these people telling me that we need Mimii to get to Casa. And she's like, okay, I'm at Casa. And we're like, no, you need to do what people do at Casa. And the thing about it is the fact that she's like, I'm into a guy that has self-discipline. So you want to put a guy in the most strenuous opportunity. Right?
I mean, this is literally a dating show.
Yes.
And when you're dating, the best way to date is to date multiple people to find out who you really like.
Yes.
And they're going on the show thinking that they're going on, like, Married at First Sight. Like, this is a dating show.
Exactly.
So.
And I know that I would not be the type of guy that be kissing a lot of girls and things like that, because I wouldn't be on the show.
Yeah.
If I'm on the show, I'm kissing somebody, right? So I'm not even going to attempt or even try to see how good I am at resisting temptation.
Yeah.
So the fact that she's like, I'm looking for a guy that has self-discipline on Love Island, and he's like, no. So, like, Mimii, the fact that you're not going to get that guy, you're at the midway point of the show. I'm not even telling you to marry Lionel. I'm not even telling you got Mosea, you got Blade, you got Hugo, you got all these people there, right? I understand the producers usually do the girls worse than the guys. The guys on Casa look worse than the girls at Casa and things of that nature. I understand that. All we saying is you have a dozen of eggs and you put them all in Ayo's basket. Spread them out.
A little bit.
That's all we're saying, because I don't know how many bombshells go come in after Casa. Do you get what I'm saying? And basically it's like, I did see a video of Love Island, a person who was on Love Island in previous seasons, and they said the reason why they're not showing Mimii is because she's boring and things like that. And I'm like, I hear everybody saying that, but trust me, Nicole's boring to me. Karen is boring to me. A lot of them is boring to me. Everybody is supposed to get their boring equal share on the show. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that my thing is Uma, because they are connecting on, we are in the same position. I don't think Mimi's in the same position as Uma. I think Uma and Will, even though they've been together for, like, you know, a good while, I don't think they've been together long enough as Mimii and Ayo.
Right.
To the point where, like, okay, this is Will and Uma's first real test.
Yeah.
Ayo and Mimii been through tests.
Yeah.
Multiple ones. And I think that...
And if Ayo really wanted you after his test with Uma, then he would really want you.
Exactly.
But he's never made that clear to you.
Exactly. So I don't really see them in the same position, even though they are telling each other they are in the same position, you know?
Yeah. Also, when they're talking about, you know, we're going to learn things about ourselves and know what we deserve.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, where are y'all at? Like, this is Love Island. What do you mean you're going to find out what you deserve? You're coming on a dating show where people are dating. It's just like they just completely lost the premise once they met these guys, and they're thinking, all right, we're going to lock this down, but never have the conversation. Nobody agrees to locking things down. And y'all thinking that what, they're just supposed to stop dating and sleeping outside like y'all? Like, get with the program, girls, please. And the only reason I say this too is because I'm not saying that they have to be wilding out and doing all this type of stuff.
Yeah.
But entertain conversations with people. It's like y'all just stay to the side
and
stay to yourselves. Like, talk to people. That's what you're there for.
I gotta say it to be fair.
What?
I gotta say it to my sisters, even though they are my sisters from another mister. Get the little girls off the island.
Okay.
Get the little girls off the island.
So Matilda comes to Jess and tells her, look, girl, I'm sorry, but we had a great conversation.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Jess is feeling mugged off, and Uma tells her not to take it to heart. Sean tells Ruby that he kissed Diamanté, and she asks, well, who kissed who? And he said, we kissed each other. Ruby says that, well, maybe I just misread the situation. Sean feels that they can still carry on the way that they are. Well, Ruby says, if you're going to be like ducking off and kissing people, then I don't want to be a part of that.
Okay, you don't have to.
I'm like, Ruby, you're a Casa girl.
Exactly.
Like, when you walked in, you were in a triangle. Like, come on, let's have some perspective here.
Listen here. I'm thinking the people who are coming into Casa, they are coming... Basically, the job of the people coming into Casa, their job is to be love bombing. Tell, like, basically, I like Twizzlers, I like Skittles, I like Stick. Like, basically, she should be love bombing Sean.
Exactly. Talk his language.
Exactly. You know what I mean? But they just basically like, well, if you ain't gonna choose me, then guess what? You gonna miss out. He's like, wait a minute, I'm leaving? I'm not going nowhere.
Exactly. You know? So it's bedtime. Will feels like he knows what he wants at this point.
I feel like it's Uma.
I think it's Uma too. Jess tells Matilda that she wouldn't do what Matilda did, and it came out of the blue since she and Hugo have been so close since they've been at this time in Casa.
Jess, you done worse.
Yeah.
Okay. Diamanté
tells Sean that she will see him in bed. Joey is on the day bed, so Ruby is able to sleep in a bed by herself. Uma, Mimii, and Nicole are sleeping outside again. And one thing I want to say is that when Ruby walked into the bedroom, she was like, oh, y'all sleeping together? And they were just like, yeah, you can sleep in Joey's bed. And she was like, seemed really, really turned off by that. So I'm just like, Ruby, just go ahead and pack your bags and go home.
Yeah,
like,
go home.
You're not in the fight. Exactly. You're really not in the fight, girl.
Exactly. You're thinking you're part of the OG cast. You're not.
Yeah. So it's the next day. Sean said that he doesn't want any shapes, you know, triangles. Grace says that today she'll have to see who she's feeling more. Diamanté and Sean end up talking. Sean has strong feelings for Matilda. He is confused. And he's really more of a one-woman type of guy. He's juggling a lot of plates, but some plates might have to be smashed. And Diamanté, her sweet-looking self, is just sitting there laughing like, ooh, plate's going to be smashed. I'm like, you're the plate, my love.
Yeah, you're the plate.
You're the smashed plate, my love. So Connor and Emma talk. They go to the terrace, and he could see something more than friendship with her.
Finally.
She is pleasantly surprised by how things are moving, and he has his little way of getting her to take her glasses off by asking if she does lashes and nails. So she ends up taking her glasses off, and then he kisses her. She laughs at his little trick, but she ends up giving him a peck as well. Mosiah is doing squats with Grace on his shoulders.
Okay, I'm strong too.
And Blade is just watching everything go down, waiting his turn patiently. Yeah. So Jess and Matilda talk again. Matilda doesn't feel like she did anything wrong. She's here to get to know people. She had a conversation with him, and Jess says, I just wouldn't do that if I saw my friend getting to know somebody. Do you have a side when it comes to the Matilda and Jess situation?
I'm always against Jess. This is an anti-Jess show from this side of the table.
Okay.
Long live Turbo. Okay. Like that's how I feel about Jess. I will never agree with Jess. I don't care. She's in the right.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? She's the prize. She can stay the prize, but she won't be on this side of the table with me. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. And as much as I'm a girl's girl. I hate to say this, but
you on her side, are you?
But I'm on Matilda's side because this is a dating show. We're here to have conversations and meet people. Like, yes, Jess, I see that you're into him, and I do have somebody back at the villa, but we're not here so that way we can all be paired off evenly. We're here so we can get to know somebody and who we think we have the strongest connection with. And if that means stepping on your toes because me and Hugo have a stronger connection, then that means your connection just isn't here. Sorry, Jess.
She's basically saying, but hold on though. She's saying, how are you going to step on my toes, Matilda? You got Sean back at the villa.
Hugo might be a better connection for me. I gotta explore that. And the thing is, Jess is saying, if that's my friend, I have to break it to him. Y'all ain't friends.
Wow.
Y'all are co-workers on a show together.
I thought you was gonna keep it to yourself. You're telling them. Okay.
Oh, like y'all ain't really friends. Everybody is here to be selfish and get what they think will be the best love connection for themselves.
That's fair.
And that will be end up stepping on toes for a lot of people.
That's facts.
So, sorry, Jess. Blade and Grace are talking. He asks her for a hug, so she hugs him.
I do not like a guy that asks for a hug.
Mm-hmm.
I actually don't like anybody who asks for anything. Right? If you want to give me a hug or anything like that, give it to me. Don't ask, can I have a hug? I'm like, well, you want to hug me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay.
He said that he still has strong feelings. He said that he still has strong feelings for her.
Okay.
And they should continue in that. And Grace says that, yeah, I'm going to continue to spend equal time with you and Mosiah.
With every conversation, he's losing his grip on this girl. Literally.
He's not bringing anything new or interesting or more of himself.
No.
He's just like, I'm still got my hat in the game, Grace. And she's like, I see you.
Yeah, thank you.
I see you're here. Matilda gets a text. There will be a recoupling tonight for Casa and the villa. They will decide if they want to remain with their current couple or couple up with the new person. And that is where we end.
See, here's the thing. I think Sean is going to stay with Matilda. I think Will is going to stay with Uma. I don't know what Ayo is going to do.
I don't know what Ayo's going to do.
I don't know what Ayo is going to do. Joey needs somebody new.
Yeah.
Because I think Jesse knows his game. And like she's just like, and I think Joey's been wasting his time over there. Connor's going to couple up with somebody new because him and Grace already have an understanding that like they're just basically friends.
Yeah, probably Emma.
Yeah. So who is the other guy? I think that's all the guys right there. Trey probably gonna bring somebody over.
Yeah, he's into Ellie.
Yeah.
And then Kieran is going to stay with Nicole.
Yes, Karen. See, Karen's so boring, I forgot him, right? So Trey's gonna bring somebody over. Jess is definitely looking to bring Hugo. So
yeah,
she wants to definitely bringing Hugo. Grace is not bringing Blade. No. I don't think she's bringing Blade.
Definitely Mosiah.
And when Mosiah come over, Joey gonna be like, who is this thug and stuff like that, because then he gonna be mad at Grace, which is gonna be weird, right? Yeah. Mimii, you already know what Mimi's gonna do. She's heading back to the villa by herself. Nicole is heading back to the villa by herself, and she's gonna be like, who's Emma? You know what I'm saying? So then that's when they gonna have a conversation because Emma gonna be on the villa now.
Yeah.
About like, you kiss my man and all that boring crap. Matilda. Well, Matilda's into the same guy, so as long as Hugo's there. If Matilda still Hugo from Jess while on the villa.
I don't think she will.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, I think Matilda and Sean will find their way back to each other.
Yeah, and like I think that's majority of everybody.
Uma, she's going back by herself.
Here's the thing about Uma and Will though. As crazy as it may sound, Will did it the exact way he's supposed to do it on Love Island. Meaning he kissed another girl. He kept it respectful. As far as we know, they did not sleep or anything like that. But the absence actually did make the heart grow fonder, and they cannot, on Love Island at least, draw the line at kissing another girl.
Yeah,
it can't be that because we're kissing in challenges and things like that. I kissed, and I realized that, even though I enjoyed the kiss, I miss you, Uma. Uma should not take it as an offense and make a mountain out of a little molehill. You get what I'm saying?
I hope she doesn't.
Now, Mimii. You're in trouble, my friend.
Yeah.
Anything else?
That's all I got.
Listen here, man. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment, and twin. I'm waiting for you. Comment, please, on this video. Don't make me look for you.
All right.
Okay? Y'all be good.
Bye.